Hey y'all, welcome to my local flavor kitchen. Today I have a very special guest. This is my friend Jarret Dougherty. He is here in Branson. He works down at the Grand Country
Music Hall.
Grand Country Music Hall. I always, when I tell
the big buffet place.
That's right. Whenever I tell people to go see your show, I always say it's down at Grand Country Buffet because I always am thinking of food. So.
Oh, me too. That's the way it is. And they've got everything there. So,
oh yeah. So that's where you can find him, and that's where I found him. So I'll tell you how I found you. My friend Jennifer Gregory, who was one of my first friends here in Branson, she invited me to your show, the Down Home
Country Show. Yeah,
the Down Home Country Show. And so I go to this show, and I come back home, and I tell Greg, I'm his biggest fan. He's the funniest guy I've ever met. And it was pretty much like punching Greg right in the stomach.
Oh, Lord. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, he said, that's like me coming home saying, I just saw the most beautiful woman you've ever seen. Because I told Jarret, I messaged you, I said, I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah.
And then I asked him to come and do this little cooking video with me, and here he is.
I'm here.
And I'm a little starstruck because
it don't take much to get me out, so.
So anyway, so today,
especially when it comes to food.
I know, right? Right? So today we're gonna make taco soup. You were gonna come last week, but you had a rodeo.
Yeah, I was doing a bull ride in Oklahoma.
Yes, and that's where I'm from. Now, where are you from?
I was only like, what, 20 minutes?
You were 20 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
He said he would go check on things.
Yeah, I'd go by, make sure everything was locked up.
But, and now where are you from originally?
Originally, a little town about 40, 50 miles east of here. Well, west of here, I guess, because you told me. Ava, Missouri.
Okay. And then you came to Branson?
In 95. This will be my 28th season in Branson.
Do you love it here?
I do.
I love it here too.
I just love the Ozark Hills and hollers and all that stuff.
It's like you just get here and you don't ever want to leave. We've been here for 3 years now. Well, have we been here 3 years? Yeah,
I believe so.
almost.
It's our third year.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
And I just call it home now. Like the other day, you even called it home. He said, "Yeah, you ready to go back home?" And we were home in Oklahoma. I said, "Okay, yeah, we get 2 homes, so that's okay." So we are going to make some taco soup for you today, and I've already, for the sake of time, I've already got my ground beef going, and I've cut up some onions. If you don't like onions, you don't have to use onions. Do you like onions?
I love onions.
Oh, good. If you're like, I love everything. So there's not much that I don't eat. I eat anything that doesn't eat me first. So there's not much that I won't try. So I've already got my ground beef already browned. You want to bring that in here and we can show this if you can.
Yep.
So I've got my ground beef already browned, and I used my handy dandy Pampered Chef.
We got one of those.
Oh my gosh, I love Pampered Chef. Yeah. Everything they have. So I chop my meat up, put my onions in. This is a super easy recipe, and you can also do it with chicken. So, I mean, if you like chicken or whatever else. So, it's super easy. If you, you can change it up. Now, this is my recipe.
Right.
Now, I got this recipe originally from my friend Becky. We went to church together, and
so it's actually Becky's recipe.
It's actually Becky's recipe.
But if you've added to it or done your little thing, tweaked it, then it's yours.
I do tweak everything.
Then it's yours. It's her recipe.
It's my recipe.
You're seeing it live right here.
That's right. And I tweak everything, and I say always make it your own, no matter what. I mean, whatever you do, just do a little something different.
I tweak stuff all the time. I tweaked my back the other day. I don't know why I did stepped wrong out the side or something.
But anyway, so my niece, I said that one day, she's 9, and the other day they were baking cookies, and this made me so proud. She said, "Mom, let's add a little something extra because Mitchie says make it your own." So that made me proud. Yeah. So I'm going to grab a spoon, and then we will start adding. First thing we're going to do, I'm going to do this. I usually put in dry Hidden Valley Ranch packet. If you like Hidden Valley Ranch, then go ahead and add 2 of them if you like that flavor. Oh, let me show you a trick that I've learned. So you get a piece of foil.
I thought you were reaching for the darn dishwasher. If you want it to bubble really big,
just add a little.
You want that foaming flavor.
Yes. So I learned this trick, and you put some foil down, and then you put all your trash right there. And then when you're done with everything, you just roll it up and throw it in the trash.
I need a big roll. Because I have stuff scattered everywhere.
All right, so, and then we're going to do, now, usually you get these in the packet. but I got the value size.
Oh, values. Can't go wrong there.
Right. So that way you can add just however much you want. So this is taco seasoning. This is Old El Paso, so you can use whatever you want.
There you go.
And then we'll just do, I don't know, just tell me when you think that's good.
That'll work.
Yeah, I don't measure anything.
Now that's still got stuff in it, so don't set it on here.
Yeah, we're not throwing that away.
Okay,
No way. All right, so you go ahead and, so you can add whatever I tell you here.
Okay.
We're going to add everything.
What are we doing first?
Let's do the rotel. Okay, it's not really rotel. This is
Here it comes, over the shoulder.
No. Okay. So
just teasing.
this is the what is that? Generic. This is the generic brand of rotel.
Great value.
Great value. And I use mild because I don't like hot stuff.
I don't either.
You don't?
No, not
really. Okay.
I mean, I do have like spicy stuff sometimes, but not a whole lot of it.
Okay.
So I'll be sweating.
I know, right? And I get heartburn.
And I'll spend half the night in the bathroom.
Yes.
You know?
So anyway, if you like spicy, if your family likes spicy, get the spicy kind, but I get the mild. So we're going to do 2 cans of this, and then we're going to do 2 cans of the crushed tomatoes, which is also, see, a lot of things I use Best Choice or, you know, the off-brand.
You want to scrape some of that out?
I will scrape it out.
We got to have all that stuff.
I'm telling you. All right, scrape it out. And let me tell you a little fun fact. This is my Grandma Ada's spoon. I use it all the time.
Oh
Isn't that something?
I guess we're putting both of them in there because I just did.
Yep, we're putting both cans in. And these are the bigger cans. I always get these. And then we are going to add 2 cans. That's 2 cans of already rinsed and drained black beans. Black beans.
Black beans. And for the best result, put them in one at a time. So if you'll just...
Oh gosh. Yeah, because that means you've made it with love.
Yes.
For sure. Okay,
right,
so 2 cans of that. Okay, now, and now we need a bag of frozen corn, which is in that bottom drawer right there.
Bag of frozen corn.
Yeah, right.
there.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, we can put ice cream in there too.
All right, let me get you some scissors, and we'll put that in. Because I've tried to
That's
open...
like that old joke about the guy that,
Yeah,
the first guy that ever had a thermos. And he was taking it to work, and his buddy had said, "What do you got?" He said, "It's a thermos." He said, "What's it do?" He said, "Well, it keeps hot things hot and cold things cold." He said, "Well, what do you got in it?" He said, "Ice cream and chili."
That's awesome.
Nothing different.
So this is, it's going to be a little bit thick. You want to get a picture of this, babe? Bring it on in. Now, I always use frozen corn.
It's better.
It is better. I do not like canned corn. It's terrible. So use frozen corn. So this is 1 bag of frozen corn. And this is, oh, I forgot to tell you, there's 2 pounds of hamburger meat in here. This makes a pretty good sized pot. So go ahead and put that in.
You'll be eating this for a week.
Yeah. Yeah, every time the crock pot comes out, Greg's like, oh great, we're going to be eating that for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so, oh, there looks like a little, look at that.
Well,
that's what you get for getting the Best Choice corn, huh?
Little bad. It was just one.
Just one.
But now we got to look through all of them. We got to check.
All right, so
check them before you dump it in there. Let that be a learned cooking lesson.
Okay, so this is going to look pretty thick, and this is my spin. I think this might be my spin on the taco soup, is I just add tomato juice or V8 to thin it down. So V8's pretty good, but I went ahead and got the tomato juice, so we'll just go ahead and pour that in until you think it is soupy enough.
Putting this in?
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to pour it in. Not the whole thing, just whatever, however you like your consistency.
And they make a spicy V8. If you like spicy, you
but
can.
But then again, you're back in the bathroom after you eat.
Right.
Okay, so how much?
Let's just keep pouring until it gets a little soupy. Now this is just a trick I learned. Yeah, keep going. Okay. Do you like your soup thick?
Like your soup soupy?
You do? Okay. Yeah. All right, go ahead and give me just a little more. All right. So however you like. I think that's great. Okay. So just however thick you like it, we're going to put this on the stove and let it get really good and hot and cook it up, and then we're going to make some chocolate cobbler.
Woo!
Okay. All right. So I'm going to put this on the stove and get it going, and then I'll get all of our stuff for chocolate cobbler. Okay. So we have our taco soup cooking, and now we are going to make chocolate cobbler. Now I got this recipe.
I've never.
Okay.
I've never had it.
Right? A lot of people have it. Yeah, I've never heard of it either, but my best friend gave me this recipe. She made it and said her dad loved it, and she gave it to me. And here's the thing, it is so easy, and it's everything that you already have in your house, or you should. You should have these things in your house. So, and
one thing I never heard of too when I was traveling and stuff. Had some friends in Kentucky, and we stayed at their house one night, and he got up the next morning and he fixed
chocolate gravy?
Chocolate gravy, biscuits and gravy.
One of our favorites.
I had never, oh
yes.
my gosh.
One of our favorites. I actually am going to make that on the show. It's my baby girl, Ashley, it's her favorite thing. And we used to have it, it was a tradition, we had it every first day of school. Yep. And all of their friends would come to our house. And we would have a big chocolate gravy and biscuits before the first day of school. It was so fun because and I had pictures of over the years where everybody would come. So
it gets bigger and bigger. Than like their senior year, you're feeding the whole school.
Yes, exactly. That's pretty much it. But anyway, this is our. Oh, I forgot to ask. Did you notice my earrings?
I did.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to be 50 tomorrow.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, happy early
So my best
day
friend, she made sure I had these for tomorrow, and I thought, well, I'm just going to wear them on my little cooking thing. So the big 5-0, I still got it.
There you go.
Nobody wants to see it, but I got it. But anyway, I'm feeling pretty good, except for, still can't get my voice back, but I will.
Well, you need to start smoking something with a filter on it.
Right? I mean, that might help. That might help. Oh my Lord. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, and the reason I'm putting this in a to-go pan is because I'm sitting at home with you.
Oh!
Yeah,
bless your heart.
And I already have one in the oven there.
Okay, well let's double the recipe right here.
Right? So you're going to put some butter in the bottom of a pan, about a stick of butter, which I've cut, and I'm just going to put it in the oven. I'm going to set my oven at 375, and you put your butter in there and let that butter melt. And then you're going to get this all together. So we've already pre-measured everything. You've got 4 cups of flour, and then we're going to add, this is our topping, so I'll set this to the side. So now you're going to add 3 tablespoons of cocoa. Yep, go right ahead. And we're going to add, that right there is baking powder. 3 tablespoons of baking powder.
Not soda.
Not soda. Please don't make
I went to a banquet thing one time, and I'm not going to say where, but it was at a very big highfalutin place, and they had a great meal and stuff, and they brought the dessert around, and it was like a cheesecake.
Somebody messed up.
Instead, or what was it? I can't remember. It may have been cheesecake. I think it was cheesecake. But either way, instead of using sugar, they had put salt. Oh my God! You've never seen workers start going there and getting it. So I think we just had to skip through it.
Right.
Ready for this?
Yes.
All right.
My grandma had canisters out when I was a kid, and one of them was salt. And my mom made the tea. She wasn't a favorite anyway.
It was real salty.
Yeah, it was salty. She wasn't a favorite daughter-in-law anyway. So I remember when we left, it was Sunday dinner. She was like, of course I did that. All right, so 4 cups of flour, 3 tablespoons of baking powder, and 3 tablespoons of cocoa. Yep. Then we have 3 cups of sugar.
All right.
Not salt, sugar.
Salt. Are we sure?
Yep. Yep.
All right. Ready for it too?
Yep, I'm ready. And then we're going to do 2.5 cups of milk. And you can start mixing this up if you don't mind.
All right.
So we'll do 2 and then 1/2.
And don't just start slamming into this thing.
Right, because it'll get everywhere. We probably should have got a bigger bowl. Yeah. And so this recipe, I don't know where it came from, but for some reason I always think that I have to have dessert after I eat something.
Some people start with it. That way, if you eat, that way you've had it. If you get too full, you want dessert? No, I can't right now. I'm just too full. If you eat your dessert first, then you got it out.
Right, right. So I figured, since these simple ingredients, it was somebody who was like, dang, we gotta have something sweet to eat. And they just went around the house and gathered up a bunch of stuff, and it came up, and they were probably out of eggs because there's no eggs in this. You're doing awesome.
Spinach, yeah, I've seen it on
spinach,
TV
yes.
before.
You're doing great. You are doing great. All right, so I'm gonna add a tablespoon of vanilla. I never measure, but I'm gonna measure since you're here because I'm a little starstruck.
Well, well, people want to know exactly,
yeah, they do. So Jarret is, he's a pretty famous guy around. You're pretty famous around here.
Kind of a big deal.
I mean, you are. You're a big deal. He also, just so you know, He does private parties, retirement parties, birthday parties, rodeo clown.
Yep, I've been doing that for, gosh, coming up on 10 years now.
Yeah, he's just a jack of all trades.
Yeah, and master of none.
Does it all. So, yeah, you can, we'll...
You gotta get all that good stuff.
You gotta get it. We'll get the information out, though, because he is for hire.
Yeah.
You need to put that on the side of your truck. I am for hire.
Yeah.
So, but if you're in Branson, if you come to Branson, April and...
Yeah, well, I'm not sure I should have looked, but it's April and May will be our down-home show, and then then we're off in the summer. June, July, and August we're off, then we come back September through December. And so we're kind of, I guess you'd call it like spring and then fall.
Yeah,
winter.
Yeah, for all the older crowd, right? Yeah. But it's a fantastic show. One of my favorite shows. I tell everybody.
It's the best show.
It is. I love it.
If you love country music, I guarantee it's the best. We do the most country
classic,
music that classic country
old
music
country. Yeah, it is a great show. But you are just so great, and we love to go watch you. I send everybody over there. So, all right. So I'm going to check my pan with my butter in it, and it'll be a little bit melted.
Now, if you have electricity, you can use a mixer, and your arm won't be.
Right? Right? You could that probably would have been best.
It's an Amish recipe.
Can you hold that?
Yeah, this is an Amish recipe. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to get our pan. Our butter's melted. Well, most of it is, but it'll continue to cook. So what we're going to do now is...
You can say stop at any time.
Yeah, you can stop. I'll let you stop. But
look at that.
Doesn't that look delicious?
Turn it up.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to... Now let's pour it in this pan right here. Oh, I just strung that out.
Slung
it everywhere. Oh well, let's make sure.
Get a shot of this. Here. Yeah, be careful there. Be careful and not get it off, clean off the cabinets here. Take the paint right off of there. Okay.
But yeah, give it a little taste.
I'm back.
Thanks for the cleanup. All right, here we go. So we're going to put this in here, yeah. All your butter's melted down in the bottom.
You can almost scrape the pan clean. Look at that.
But we're going to leave a little, we like to lick the pan, the bowl. There we go. All right. So your butter's going to kind of rise up on the sides. Give it a little stir.
That is really good.
Isn't that good?
Yeah,
so yummy. Right yeah. Lick the spoon. Okay, now this right here, I have this mixed up. This is a 1/4 cup of white sugar and a 1/4 cup of brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of cocoa. Okay, and then I just mixed it all together. So once you get this poured in your pan, you got a good shot of that. We've got the butter. It's kind of come up a little bit, but I just mixed it in there. And then you just take this and you put it right over the top.
Now look at that. Perfect all the way around.
I'm telling you.
You have done this before.
Yes, I have. As a matter of fact, I have one in the oven right now. Now, so we got a cup of water boiling on the stove. And then you're going to take this boiling water and you're going to drizzle it over the top of this. Now, why do we do this?
And it's what? Just boiling water?
Boiling water. I have no idea why we do this, but that's what the recipe said to do. So you just take that, and I'm not sure if it activates that baking powder or, what, I don't really know. But that's what they told us to do.
Somebody needs to find out.
Because you know what? I'm not a chef. I don't know. I'm just a cook, and I don't know technical.
Dang good cook.
Well, thanks. I don't know technical things, but I'll tell you something funny. I don't know if do you know I cut hair before I did this?
Yeah, she did mine just yesterday.
I charged you a finder's fee. But anyway, I did hair, so I'm not really a chef. I'm just a cook.
Yeah.
So I don't know technical things, and sometimes when people tell me to do something, I'm like, okay, and I don't care why. Just tell me. So yeah. I don't know why you put the boiling water. I'm sure someone's gonna comment and tell me why.
Yeah.
And tell me why.
There's somebody already looking it up right now.
I'm telling you.
I'll tell you why you do it. It's the most important thing.
Right. But when I first got the restaurant, I don't know all the lingo. And we come up here, and I had all new guys, and I told my sister, I said, I think all of these guys have a crush on me. And she said, really? Why? And I said, because all the time they say, hot behind, hot behind. And then I figured out that wasn't what it meant. Okay, so, and then you're just gonna pop this in the oven, and magically, we already have one right here.
Look.
And this did kind of overflow a little bit, but there it is. Let me get this in here. Now, we're gonna cook this at 375 for about 30 or 35 minutes. Now, look at that, it overflowed a little.
That's all right.
Okay, so what you're doing is you can serve this with ice cream, which we like to do. Let's go ahead and give her a try. All right, and then we're gonna show you how we put our taco soup together. Let me find another spoon here. We'll do this one. Let me grab a couple of spoons. We do have ice cream, I believe.
Yes, I just saw it in there.
Yeah,
That's why I got the corn. That's why I mentioned ice cream earlier.
Okay, so now this is something else that I learned that I have to do, and maybe it's because, I don't know, I cooked it before and it bubbles up and then it's real gooey in the middle. But I like it to be gooey throughout. So while it's cooking, I'll get in there and stir it up. I'll just open the oven up and stir it up a little bit. So this is it. This is gonna, that's quite a big piece.
Yeah. We can split that.
But we'll split it. Just get a little taste of it. But this is what it looks like. And it's gonna be gooey. Now listen, if you don't want it that done, then just don't cook it as long and it'll still be gooey in the middle. But it's going to be really good with some ice cream on top. We'll better let that cool off. Okay. We'll let that cool off.
Yeah.
And then
it's hotter than new love right now. And that's pretty hot.
That is hot. And with Valentine's Day coming up, yeah, that's a big deal. All right, now also, let me get all of my stuff for our taco soup. I'm going to show you how we put it together.
All right.
Okay, so here's your bag of Fritos.
Oh, yes.
A little bit of cheese. In our bowls.
But you just turn this over. Split it and just pour stuff in the bag.
You have a walking Frito pie.
Do you want these open?
Yes, please. Fill up your bowl just about halfway. Yep.
You have to do a sample test.
Oh my goodness, yeah. This is looking scrumptious right here. All right. Okay, babe, come on and how's that look?
That looks wonderful.
Here's your taco soup, ready to go. Super easy. So this is how we usually serve ours at home. We do a little bit of Fritos in the bowl, and then we cover it with our soup. And then we put a little bit of cheese.
There's always room for cheese.
Always. And then do you like sour cream?
I don't.
Oh man. Okay, well I do. So
we'll put it in there.
Well, I'm gonna put it on mine. But anyway,
I do. I mean, there's times I've had it with some stuff, and it's all right. Now, when I was younger, I used to take barbecue chips and dip it in sour cream in it. But I don't know why.
The more you pour.
Okay, yeah.
That's how we talk all the time.
My folks back in the 70s had a little drive-in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it was right next to the school, and my sisters used to let, it's more stricter rules now, but back then, but they used to let them out of the last class before lunch period. They used to let my sisters out of the class a few minutes early, and they would go next door to the diner, and Mom would already have something fixed for them.
Oh,
they would
nice.
eat, and then when other kids come in, then they took orders and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And I was just little. I mean, you wouldn't even have seen me. But they said I used to walk through there with a candy bar in one hand and raw hamburger meat in the other, eating off both of them. So, maybe that's why I'm like I am.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
It could be. Back in the day, you could get away with that, but we had open campus at one time at our school where you got to leave for lunch. But yeah, then people started acting
Somebody ruins it for everybody.
Somebody ruined it.
So it's got to be one.
Yeah. But anyway, okay, so this is about, you want me to show you what that looks like? This is how we serve ours, but a little sour cream on top. You don't have to.
And if you don't like sour cream,
right?
you like this?
And of course, I like avocados, and these are just little chunks of avocado. Here's just a fun tip. They have these at Sam's, frozen in a bag, and you just take them out as you like them. So, and if you like them, I like to put a little avocado on mine as well.
There you go.
There we go. All right. So now I just wanted to remind everybody that they can look you up.
Right.
Look him up on YouTube. I'm telling you. And where else? Like, do you have a web page?
I've got a Facebook deal, but it's like a business type of
Yeah.
You can look it up. I think it's like Jarret is funny.
and he is funny.
Well, I try to be.
Yeah. But yeah, look him up, and I mean, have him do a birthday party or...
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll even be at the city morgue for potluck and bingo, whatever. Just call me, I'll be there.
It's a great show. Don't forget to come. When you come to Branson, look us up at Local Flavor. Come and eat with us.
Gotta come here.
Yes, and then go down to the Down Home Country Show. You're going to love that. There's so much to do here. We've made so many great friends, but we appreciate you watching this. Subscribe and share it, and get us out there if you enjoy us. If you don't, keep your mouth shut.
Right. Move on.
Yeah, just keep scrolling. But anyway, I enjoyed you. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. And so anyway, we'll be back next week, and we'll do another video, and we're going to have some more guests come in and help us out. So everybody have a great day. We're going to enjoy our taco soup and our chocolate cobbler.